Hello and welcome to the Paxton Travel Channel. Today is the time for some travel hacks. I chose Rwanda today, which is one of my favorite countries on earth. As I have traveled more or less as a frequent flyer to 80 countries, this is one of my top 5 favorites on earth. So, what do you need to consider before going to Rwanda? Before going to Rwanda, what is the first choice every frequent traveler makes? If you have the choice, is to pick a time of the year when it's best to travel. So in Rwanda's located close to the equator, bordering Tanzania, Democratic Republic of Congo, and Burundi. So it's always a mixture between clouds, rain, and sunny weather. And the temperature was super pleasant in Kigali. It was more or less like 28 degrees to 31 degrees, and in the mountain area it was very pleasant with 23 to 25 degrees Celsius. But there are two main rain seasons. If you can avoid them, they are between February and May, and between September and December. Packing your bags. I think you need to take a great mixture of different clothing with you because you probably make a round trip in Rwanda, starting in Kigali with a more warm temperature. So take some some summer clothing with you, and in the mountain areas it can get quite chilly at nighttime, maybe 16 to 18 degrees, sometimes even less. And so take some warmer clothing with you, and use some hiking shoes, not tennis shoes, not sneakers. If you're hiking in the mountain area, it can get very muddy, and maybe some hiking sticks are quite useful as well. And Rwanda is also infected by malaria. I personally didn't see any mosquitoes during my travel, but there are always mosquito nets, and always use the mosquito block at nighttime and at daytime as well. And then you're on the safe side. Flying to Rwanda. So which options are there? I personally took the Dutch airline KLM from Central Europe. I flew through Amsterdam, and the flight took about 7 hours 40 minutes, and on the way back 8 hours 20, because we did a stopover in Uganda and Tebe to get some more passengers on board. It was very easy. KLM did a great service. The crew was excellent, was very much motivated, and the food quality was amazing. The aircraft was brand new, and it was in good shape. So very recommendable, KLM. And other choices are Brussels Airlines, because Rwanda used to be a Belgian colony, and so they have strong ties to Belgium as well. And there is Turkish Airlines, which is also very good, through the hub of Istanbul. And there is another choice is Ethiopian Airlines to Addis Ababa, or Kenya through I think Nairobi. And just double check that your layover times are not too long. And I got an excellent deal, which was 450 euros return flight to Kigali from Central Europe. At the moment, I just checked, the fares are about 600 to 900 euros, the best routes. Immigration. Once you have landed in Kigali Airport, which is a small airport but very beautifully done, you will enter immigration. It's a small airport. There are like 5 counters only for 350 passengers, so it will take some time. And the custom agents or immigration officers were super nice, super welcoming. And there are 3 choices of visa you can pick. You can travel to Rwanda with any passport in the world. And first choice is you can have a single entry visa up to 30 days, which costs you $50 US. You can buy in cash or by credit card, no problem. Second choice is if you're planning to stay for a longer period of time, you can have a multiple entry visa to Rwanda, which costs you $70 US, and you can stay up to 90 days. And the third option is the East African visa. And this allows you to travel to Kenya, Uganda, and to Rwanda, and it costs $100 during my recent travel. But please double check with your foreign ministry before you travel to Rwanda, or with your local Rwandan embassy, please. Currency. The currency is the Rwandan franc, and €1, or let's say €1 or $1 is about 1,378 Rwandan franc, as today is the exchange rate. Getting around in Rwanda or Kigali. I personally downloaded the app Yego, WEGO, which is a local taxi app, which is very popular in Rwanda, especially in Kigali. And there's no Uber available, but it's the same thing. It's just the Rwandan version of Uber. So just enter your location where you want to be picked up from the hotel, for example, and it shows you a price to go to the Inamema Art Center or whatever, and you confirm it, and then the guy picks you up with a car, or motorcycle is also available, which is cheaper. You just hop on, and which is fun, and that's very easy. And what else? Kigali is not so super big, so some distances you can also walk. Hotels in Rwanda. I think there are choices for every budget. You can stay at a very cheap bed and breakfast hotel for, let's say, $30 a night, but you can also pick in the national park, pick a luxurious boutique lodge for $2,000 a night. It's up to your budget. And I treated myself personally in Kigali after arrival. I spent 2 or 3 nights in the Hotel de Mille Collines. It's a 5-star hotel, the best or one of the best hotels in Kigali, which is located on top of a mountain, very central, and you have a beautiful view on Kigali. And one other reason why I chose the hotel is one of the main reasons why I came to Rwanda is because I'm coming from the movie industry, and I worked for the movie Hotel Rwanda during the premieres in Europe, and it was played by probably you know Hotel Rwanda. It was played by Don Cheadle, and the story is about a hotel manager who saved 1,300 Tutsi during the genocide in his hotel as hotel guests, which was protected also by UN trucks on the gates. So check out the movie, which it is very moving, very touching, great performance by Don Cheadle. And I also met him personally, Don Cheadle and Paul Rusesabagina with his children, at the time when he was living in Belgium. But yes, this is not a political channel. I know there are some people out there who are doubting the story and also criticizing him. I don't know exactly the inside informations. He was arrested, I think, in 2021 and was pardoned and released in 2023 by the current president, Paul Kagame. And that's a different story. So if you want to know a little bit more about Rwanda, please check out on the Infomercial here. There's a link to my Rwandan episode where you can see my full episode, about 45 minutes, from my experience traveling in Rwanda, which I loved very much. And don't forget to support my channel. Click the subscribe button to support my work. Crime rate. Is there any crime in Rwanda? I don't know. Maybe little crimes, or but I, as a tourist, felt super safe in Rwanda. I checked online before. Rwanda is a super safe place. Also, the crime rate is officially also very low. Also, due to the current government and Mr. Kagame. There's a very good security system also installed in Rwanda, and also to boost tourism and that you feel safe as a tourist in Rwanda. And the poverty level is much lower than in the neighboring countries, for example, in Kenya or Congo or Uganda. I'm not bashing these countries, but I'm saying the Rwanda security level is much higher, and you're more secure in Rwanda officially also. And for example, let's say I would never ever leave my cell phone on the table in North America or Central Europe. And I saw so many people in the restaurants, in bars, in cafes, which left their wallet, their cell phone on the table and went to the restrooms, and they were alone. Nothing happened, nothing. So I was very pleasantly surprised that it's so safe. I felt safe also at nighttime walking through Kigali or also in Ruhangeri. No problem, no issues whatsoever. Do's and don'ts in Rwanda. I think you can freely travel around Rwanda if you're from any part of the world, from Asia, South America, North America, Australia, or wherever. You're very much respected and welcomed in Rwanda. Rwanda is a very warm-hearted country, which I encountered. But I would recommend you to not talk about politics. This is a very sensitive subject. And one thing which you should know, which I also didn't know, is that by law, after the genocide, after almost 1 million Tutsi got killed, and Hutus as well, by the Hutu regime at that time. And the Tutsi had in their passport, and also the Hutu, the signal like in Nazi Germany, like a Jew. So you're Hutu, you're Tutsi, so the people were very much divided. And the new government with Kagame is trying to get everybody reunited again, which was incredible task, and it's forbidden now to say Hutu or Tutsi in Rwanda. So don't use the word Hutu or Tutsi, please. Just talk about Rwandans, and you can ask questions about the genocide, but it's not so the most popular topic to talk about, which is totally understandable because Rwanda wants to get into the future and tries to leave the wounds of the past behind. What to see and do in Kigali? I personally was 2 full days in Kigali, which I think was good, was on my perspective sufficient to see the highlights. Of course, one of the highlights is the Genocide Museum. And the Inamema Art Center is very popular to visit, very beautiful. You have like an art gallery with an installed cafeteria, coffee shop, souvenir shop, and it's very beautifully done. And then you have a public park, I forgot the name, which is nice to walk around. And there's the convention center area where the Radisson Blue Hotel is, I think. And what else? There are very good restaurants. Double check online which are the best restaurants in Kigali. You have excellent food choices. And there's one very popular steakhouse. I'm not a vegetarian, but I try to avoid meat as much as possible to also to avoid the suffering of animals. But sometimes I do also eat meat, and if you are a meat lover, there you have to go to this place. It's a beautiful place where you have at nighttime a beautiful setting like barbecue sets and open garden area with a beautiful view on Kigali with all the lights, and the quality of the meat is excellent. And it's not super cheap, but it's worth going to. Shopping. I personally only had 2 days in Kigali, so I was not so much into shopping, but I watched a documentary about a designer in Kigali, a Rwandan designer, only for men, and he makes this African Rwandan clothing, and this shirt, for example, is from Tayo Shopping, and it's a boutique, a very upmarket boutique in Kigali on the hills, and have a look, go there, it's beautiful, and the quality is excellent. It's not cheap, it's about, let's say, $50-$60, but the quality is just heaven. It's amazing, and they have like very much like African style clothing, but they have also a mixture of like a fusion European, Western, African style. So there is a large selection, so check out Tayo. Ruhangeri and Volcano National Park. So I went from Kigali. I took a driver and a taxi to get to Ruhangeri. It takes about, I think, 1 hour 45 minutes, 2 hour 20, more or less in that time frame. I think it's about 100 kilometers, not super far, but it's a mountain highway, which is super beautiful. And yes, you have to come to this place. It's one of the most beautiful nature areas I've ever seen in any travel around the globe. It's just mystical. And yes, most of the people, they come to the Volcano National Park because of the gorillas. So keep in mind, it was not my main target to go to Rwanda just because of the mountain gorillas, but if it's your target, feel free to do so. You go to the national park and you pay the entrance fee, and double check on the homepage of the Vulcanoe National Park what is the current entrance fee. And in my time there was still the COVID going on, and I had to make a test before going to the area that we are not infecting the gorillas. There are various routes which you can book, hiking routes. There will be always a ranger from the park with you, one or two, and there will be also two military guys with guns as a protection, because you're in the area, bordering area of Congo. And there has been some military problems and some hostage situation in the past. So the Rwandan government just want to make sure that you're safe, on the safe side. The permit for the mountain gorilla is extremely expensive. It costs, I think, $1,500 or $1,800 per person without the tour fees. So if you're two persons and plus the tour fee plus tips, one day will cost you about $4,000. I think Rwanda wants to attract more upmarket tourism, more high-end tourism, and which is okay. But I didn't. I mean, I like gorillas, but I didn't want to make the tour. That was not my main reason to come to Rwanda. I just took the Diana Fossey Trail, the mountain, the monkey environmental activist, which was murdered in the 60s, I think, in Kigali, and who protected the gorillas for more or less than 30 years. And there's also this famous movie about gorillas in the mist with a Sigourney Weaver. I think everybody has known this movie, and is one of the main reasons also why to come to Rwanda. And yes, it's very likely that also in the other trails which you can pick, let's say Diana Fossey Trail or other trails, which I think are much more reasonably priced, let's say with $80 per tour, you also have the chance to see the mountain gorillas, because they are freely walking around the mountain area between Congo, Uganda, Rwanda, and I haven't seen any, but we heard the noises. We were just a few minutes too late. They just crossed our path, and I just saw the poop of the gorilla and the sounds, and in the wild. So, your choice. Lake Kivu. Lake Kivu is having a border between the Democratic Republic of Congo. So you have the city of Gisenyi on the Rwandan side, where I went, and the city is bordering Goma on the Congo side. So I was interested about going to Goma, but unfortunately the visa fee have been so crazy in Congo for a day visa, like $400, and there was also security issues about taking hostages. And so I didn't have the chance to go for a day to Congo, but it's also beautiful from the Rwandan side, Gisenyi. There are some nice lake restaurants, barbecues with live music and like really loud music, and you can have a snack there, chill at the lake. You can rent a boat there, go around the lake, and what we did, which was beautiful. And there are also some hot springs, which are actually super hot, so you will be boiled like a chicken in there. It was, 45, 48 degrees, the water, and take some swimming clothing with you so you can enter the hot springs as well, which is quite relaxing. Other sightseeing things in Rwanda is the Akagera National Park, I think it's called, and there you can have let's say the cliche African wildness, with the giraffes, with the zebras, with the buffaloes, and so on. And this is located more in the Tanzania area. I didn't go there, but people say it's also very nice. So if you have more time on your hand, have a look at the Akagera National Park as well. Environment. I think Rwanda is one of the most environmental friendliest country on earth as I've ever encountered. For example, inside the aircraft, after landing in Kigali, the the staff on board our plane told us that plastic bags are forbidden in Rwanda, entirely forbidden. So you're not allowed to enter Rwanda with a plastic bag. So use some environmental friendly cotton bags. And the cabin crew can assist you. You leave all plastic bags on board before entering Rwanda, because it's forbidden. And I think every week or every month in every district in Rwanda, local people are obliged to make a cleaning day around your area. So Rwanda is a bit like Singapore of East Africa. You will never see any rubbish, nothing on the streets. It was so clean, super clean. I think it was amazing, the job, what Rwanda has done. Much better than in Central Europe, to admit. Airport and departure. It's sad that you have to leave Rwanda, but yes, for your return flight to your origin destination, please be there in time, let's say 2.5, 3 hours before departure. You never know what happens with traffic in Kigali. Usually it's not so bad, but yes, be on the safe side. It's better to be early at the airport, because the airport is super beautiful, the design, and also the facilities are quite nice at the airport of Kigali. You have various souvenir shops where you can make last-minute shopping. It's very expensive, the airport, the shopping, but if it doesn't matter, then you have a great selection of getting everything last minute. Also at the airport, from books to handicraft to gorilla masks, to tobacco, to alcohol. By the way, it's a non-smoking airport. So if you're a smoker, smoke outside before immigration. Or the only option after the immigration is that the first time I've ever experienced that, they have like a smoking booth. And for the smokers, if you want to have this, if your flight is delayed or whatever, like my flight, you have to buy a ticket to have a smoke in that small cabin, which is I think $10 or $15. So it's super expensive for one cigarette, or for 30 minutes smoking you need to pay $10 or $15. There's another option. You can go to the I don't know the name of the lounge, but the business class lounge. You can have also the you pay let's say $30, but if you can get food and everything else, every service which is provided by the business class lounge, and you can have access to the smoking lounge as well. So if you have more time available, it makes more sense to buy the business class lounge access as well. Last words on Rwanda. I personally loved Rwanda very much. It was one of my favorite travels the last 20 years, and it's a safe place, environmental friendly place. It's a place with very much warm-hearted people. I'm still in touch with 3-4 friends I encountered in Rwanda during tours or in the hotels, and I'm still in touch with them. They're super friendly, super nice, super easygoing, and fun as well. And yes, it's a safe place to travel around. Infrastructure is great. The government is doing an excellent job. And yes, go to Rwanda. There's no doubt why you should not go. So please enjoy Rwanda, the land of the thousand hills. And I hope I was able to make your travel more pleasant and give you more insights and make all the travels easier for you with my travel hacks. So as an appreciation and effort of my work, I would really appreciate that you hit the subscribe button below and give me a like, and check out my Rwanda episode, the full episode, in the video link below or in the link above me. And yes, travel to Rwanda. You will not regret it.